me a second, I need to get my story straight. My friends are in the bathroom, the Empire State. My lover, she's waiting for me just across the bar. My seat's been taken by some sunglasses, asking about a scar. And I know I gave it to you months ago. I know you're trying to forget, but between the drinks and subtle things, the holes in my apologies, you know, I'm trying hard to take it back. So if by the time the bar closes and you feel like falling down, I'll carry you home tonight. Now I know that I'm not all that you got. Like I said, I just thought maybe we could find a ways to fall apart. But our friends are bad, so it's ready as a die. 'Cause I found someone to carry me home tonight. We are young, so let's set the world on fire. We can go brighter than the sun. Closes and you feel like falling down, I'll carry you home tonight.
Time. No hope. stand for the Kinigayo and the national anthem. Audience, you may be seated. Class of 2014, you may be seated. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We are gathered here today to celebrate and validate the graduation of the class of 2014. I'm Amina Jackson, class president, and I'm glad to have the opportunity to speak to you today. High school has been an unforgettable journey that has prepared us for the future, whatever it may hold. To start, I would like to say thank you to all the people who have helped us along the way. To Dr. Coulter, Vice Principal Mr. Knudsen, our wonderful class advisor, Ms. Butler, and to all of you, the parents, who have helped us and taught us all the rights from wrongs. These past 4 years have involved one of the most memorable and influential moments of our lives. Individually, our experiences are unique, but together we share a common bond as the members of the class of 2014. We have spent countless hours in this high school awaiting this moment, but now that it is here, I am not quite sure what to feel. I'm filled with excitement and anticipation as I'm starting the next stage in my life, and I'm also thrilled to be graduating high school. But I also have feelings of sorrow and fear. These buildings have given me the groundwork for my future and have been a haven of comfort, security, and happiness. 4 years ago, I could have not predicted the impact Kubasaki High School would have on me today. Apart from what we have learned in the classroom, high school has taught us many life lessons. The most significant lessons cannot be found in a book. We have learned to be responsible, honest, mature, and independent individuals. Kubasaki High School has prepared us for the future, near and far, and has been a keystone in our lives. In closing, to all the wonderful parents, grandparents, siblings, friends, and of course, my class, I hope you enjoy the ceremony and welcome to the graduation of 2014.
こんにちは。ようこそ2014年の卒業式へ。今日は僕たちによってエキサイティングな日です。だがここから僕たちの人生のスタートです。みんなやっと親から離れてちょっと嬉しいと思っていますが、みんなのお母さん、お父さん、おばあちゃん、おじいちゃんのサポートなしではここまでたどり着けなかったと思います。僕たちみんな感謝しています。先生、両親と友達、今日来てくれてありがとうございます。Bless and thank you.
Magandang hapon po sa inyong lahat. Isa pong malaking karangalan na maantas ako magsalita sa sarili kong wika. At patuloyin kayo ng buong kasiyahan sa iyong pagsaksi sa aming pagtatapos dito sa mataas na paaralan ng Kubasaki. Sa katunayan, makahalo ng lungkot at ligayang nararamdaman ko. Lungkot dahil maghiwalay na kami mga kaklase at may iwan na ang mga ganda alaala ng 4 na taon namin pinagsamahan. Masaya dahil nakamtam ko ang bunga ng 4 na taon kung pagsisikap at natanto ko na hindi lahat ng karunungan ay galing sa libro. Dito sa Kubasaki, natuto ako maging tapat, responsable at matatag. Masasabi ko na hinanda ako na mataas ang paaralan ng Kubasaki sa isang matatag na kinabukasan na tatahakin sa panahon ng darating. Pagbukas, nagpapasalamat ako sa aking mga magulang, guro, kaibigan at kaklase at nabuhay po tayong lahat.
Buenas tardes y bienvenidos todos a la graduación de la clase de 2014. Me llamo Yesenia López y hoy celebramos este día muy especial para la clase de 2014. Dejamos un capítulo precioso en nuestras vidas que nunca vamos a olvidar. Hoy miramos hacia atrás todo que hemos logrado, las memorias durante los últimos 4 años y cómo nos ha traído a este punto tan significante en nuestras vidas. Le queremos dar gracias a todos por su gran apoyo. Lo hicimos, clase de 2014.
Salut, je suis Josephine. Bienvenue à la classe d'obtention du diplôme. Il me plaît de se tenir devant ces étudiants. Nous avons travaillé pour être ici et Pamplemousse. C'est un moment spécial à Kumbuba. Tout le monde est nouveau. Je suis reconnu pour célébrer ce moment ensemble. Félicitations aux amis et aux familles. Merci.
Good afternoon. I'm going to have to ask everyone for forgiveness right now because I'm going through a terrible cold and I kind of lost my voice, but nothing was going to stop me today. Welcome. I am Taisha Butler and I'm the Vice President of the senior class here at Kubasaki High School, and it's a great pleasure to have the opportunity to introduce our guest speaker. I'm here to share with you the accomplishments of our guest speaker. Major General Hudson is currently assigned as the Commanding General Marine Corps Installation Pacific, as well as Commander of the Marine Corps Base Camp Butler here in Okinawa. But before becoming Major General, he grew up in a military family. He made his first PCS move at a young age of 6 months. Just like many of us, he has lived in multiple locations, including Germany, France, and Georgia. As a kid, he had dreams of going into the Army. When he was accepted into the United States Military Academy at West Point, he decided he did not want to attend the academy, but instead joined the Army ROTC at Citadel. He was commissioned in 1981 after graduation from the Citadel, and in 1984, he reported to headquarters 12th Marine Corps Districts, where then he served as a supply and logistics officer. In 1988, he was assigned to the 1st Force Surf Support Group and served as Operations Officer and Executive Officer of Marine Expeditionary Unit Service. General Hudson continued to work hard over the years. He graduated from the Marine Corps War College. He went on to serve his country, and he continues to complete major milestones in his military career. Major General Hudson has participated in many operations across the globe. Additionally, he is a graduate of the Marine Corps Amphibious Warfare School, Marine Corps Command and Staff College, and the Marine Corps War College. He holds a Master of Military Studies and Master of Strategic Studies and an MS in Human Resource Management. On behalf of Kubasaki's graduating class of 2014, I would first like to commend you on all of your accomplishments. And now, I would like everyone to please give a warm Kubasaki welcome to our guest speaker, Major General Hudson.
How you guys doing over there? All right. See if we can make this baby work. How's everybody doing? Okay, I'm going to have to make a couple adjustments because most of my remarks are geared toward the students, and then I'll turn around at the very end and talk a little bit to the parents. So I'm just going to kind of have to do a little thing here, so just hang with me, okay? As I was listening to the young lady who introduced me, I realized how old I am. And the fact that, you know, I've just been around for a long time. So and that's a good thing, I guess. But and I tell you, I stand humbled because as I heard the students who were speaking different languages express their welcoming remarks, I'm indeed humbled because I have a hard time speaking English just as it is, much less any other language. So ladies and gentlemen, just if you would bear with me, not going to be long because this is about these young kids sitting up here on the stage, what they've accomplished over the last 12, 13 years, and what they have ahead of them. So again, my name is Chuck Hudson. I have the opportunity to serve as Commanding General Marine Corps Installations Pacific, but more importantly, the Commander of Marine Corps Base Camp Butler for today's exercise. As I said, I'm going to address most of my remarks to you all, and then at the very end, I'm going to talk to the parents. Okay, so if I'm going to do a little bit of this, I'll do a little bit of this. For the class of 2014, it's indeed an honor and a privilege to be with you all today. Clearly, this is a significant emotional event for not only you, but certainly for your mom and dad sitting out here. And it's certainly a tremendous milestone. So it's a privilege to be with you as you celebrate today and celebrate all the hard work that has taken to get you here. You've worked tirelessly throughout the years, day in and day out, to be able to arrive at this occasion. And you got to be proud of yourselves, no doubt about it. Not only yourselves, but all of you as a class, as the class of 2014. I think it's also important to recognize that you've earned your place here while you've supported your family members, your moms and dads who serve in the armed forces of the United States of America. Growing up in a military family is not easy. And what that has meant is it means that many of you have spent, generally, probably no more than perhaps 3 or 4 years in any one location. Many of you may have made either 5 or 6 PCS moves during the course of your school career. And probably many of you have attended at least 5 or 6 different schools till today. I have been told that a member of this graduating class has made 10 PCS moves and 10 different schools, 1st grade to 12th grade. Amazing. So thank you for your courage. Thank you for your resiliency. You've certainly played an important role in the ability of your parents to serve this great nation, both in and out of uniform. And by doing that, certainly you've had to make sacrifices along the way. But I would tell you that as graduates of Kubasaki High School, you join a proud tradition dating back to the 15th of September in 1946, which is when these hallowed halls first opened to students. And of course, your class has made many notable contributions to the continued history of this fine establishment. I was told a long time ago by a junior high school football coach that winners never quit and quitters never win. Well, I'm here to tell you that based upon what I've observed and what I've seen, the class of 2014 is definitely a winning team. Whether it's on the athletic fields, whether it's academically in the classroom, or whether it's in other various Far East competitions. Winners, every single one. Your football team, of course, led by the seniors on the stage, won a championship, the Far East Championship, raising the total number of victories for Kubasaki to 57 championships, the most in the Pacific. Your class saw its fellows participate in the Far East Culinary Arts and Pro Start Championship and sent a team to the Nationals. You returned 6 students who won individual awards from the Harvard Model Congress in Singapore, again, the most in the Pacific. You saw 15 of you selected for participation in the Far East Honors Music Festival, and we received numerous accolades for the impressive drama program here at Kubasaki. So yours undoubtedly is a class of strivers and achievers. From your freshman year, you have raised the bar for succeeding generations at this school, achieving significant improvements on PSAT scores and SAT participation. Your efforts have resulted in a 90% increase in students enrolled in AP courses and 132% increase in AP exam completion. Among you today will be graduates who forged their futures at many of the nation's finest universities. University of North Carolina, Chapel Hill, Stanford, California Polytechnic, Auburn University, Rio Grande University, and Trinity University, to name but a few. And at least one of you will attend your college of choice as a scholarship athlete. And others of you have chosen to enter the armed forces of this great nation and serve as a member of our armed forces. And among you, we have 19 who will soon wear the cloth of this great nation and our armed forces. So no matter what your step in life is, today marks a great threshold for each one of you. Tomorrow you will leave behind the larger portion of your childhood and take up new dreams, new purpose, and new responsibilities. Going forward, remember always that you represent the brightest hope of your families and of your community. You reflect the diverse experiences you have had and carry with you a remarkable array of skills that many of your contemporaries from other high schools do not have. You are extraordinarily resilient, capable of making new friends and quickly adapting to new cultures. You are brave and you are independent, having already learned to carry on in the absence of a loved one. You understand the importance of service because you have lived that every day that you've been a member of the military. And you have seen its cost throughout your lives. So I guess the big question is, what should you do with your talents? How should each of you become the future leader of your community and of this great nation? And I would submit that you should search your heart to find your calling, your duty, if you will, as you best determine it to be, and then pursue that end with everything you've got. Famous American once said that duty is the sublimest word in the English language. Do your duty in all things. You can do no more. You should never wish to do any less. As you pursue your goals in the next chapter of your lives, keep in mind that achievement always requires hard work. It always requires discipline. It always requires an honest self-assessment and the ability to continue to pursue a goal or a dream even in the face of adversity. You have observed and have demonstrated those traits at many points in order to get to today. And I clearly have no doubt in my mind that you will continue to strive and to succeed as you find and fulfill your duty to yourselves, your families, and to your country. So I have two final points. And so I'm going to turn my focus from you, and I'm going to turn my focus to your moms and dads. Is that okay? Okay, because I'm almost done. Hang on. Okay, so moms and dads. So being a dad to three daughters, two of whom no longer live at home, and my wife Creek and I have had the opportunity to have our older two daughters graduate. One graduated from high school last year, and one year before that. But it was really fun sitting in the seat and watching all the pictures of the babies and of our high school seniors. And so certainly it's a big day for your students, for your children. But I would suggest it's also a huge day for you all as well, as moms and dads. Because obviously it wasn't long ago before they came into this world, joined your family. A lot of them obviously wore diapers, based upon the pictures. Took their first steps, went to kindergarten, went to first grade, and my, how the years have flown by to where we are today. Many of you who serve in the active ranks and reserve ranks of the armed forces, many of you have been on deployments probably far too many times in harm's way. And it's never easy to be away from family. But just so you know, this is a special day for you. So I would wish you all congratulations for what you have done for these 18 years of these young people's lives. So congratulations, and thank you for your service to this great nation, and thank you for raising a fine group of kids. Okay, so last point. So I'm back to the students now, okay? So I just got told you I was going to go back and forth. And this is it, I promise. Okay, so, all right, so you're graduating high school. Some of you are going off to college. Some of you are going to go to work. Some of you, are going to do all kinds of things. Probably the majority of you are going to leave home. So here's a request from a dad of three daughters, again, as I said, two of whom are long gone. So when you venture out into this great world, do not, and I say again, do not forget to call home. Do not forget to call home. Oh, texting's okay. I will accept text as mom and dad's. But call home, Skype's pretty good too. All those kind of things where we can hear your voice and see your face. Because as you venture out into this great new world, it's very exciting for you. It's probably exciting for mom and dad too, but there's probably other feelings of, we really enjoyed those first 18 years. Maybe we'd like to hang on just a little bit longer. So if I impart any words of wisdom, call home, Skype, come home when you get a chance, right? Moms, dads, come home when you get a chance. And if you have to as a last resort, we'll accept a text. But probably better be every day, okay, at least. So for the class of 2014, congratulations to each and every one of you. It's a great day. It's a momentous day. I am honored to be a proud of this day with you. And I wish you all the best as you go forward. This is an exciting time in your life. It's an exciting time in your mom and dad's life and your family's lives. And again, I'm honored to be a part of it. Y'all have a great day. Thanks.
We would like to show our appreciation to you, General Hudson, for coming out and honoring us during our graduation day. So if you could just come up and accept our gift. Thank you so much, sir.
Good afternoon. My name is Geraldine Geis, and I am the senior class treasurer. I would now like to speak directly to the parents. Parents, I would like to thank you from ever graduating senior on the stage. At times, I realize you might think that we are ungrateful and are not thinking of all the things you do for us, but we are. We are grateful for you pushing us, helping us, and being there for us. And for today, we have a special presentation for you. It is my privilege to introduce to you Marie Sanders, who will be doing a dedicational mime.
It all. But now I see how you were there for me, and I can say never would have made it, never could have made it without you. I would have lost it all. But now I see how you were there for me, and I can say I'm stronger, I'm wiser, I'm better, much better. When I look back over all you brought me through, I can see that you were the one I held on to, and I never would have made it. Oh, I never could have made it. Never could have made it without
Good afternoon, Kubasaki. It is my great honor to introduce to you someone that has been my best friend since the 6th grade. He is like a brother to me, and I'm very proud of him. This year's salutatorian, Michael Elliott.
Good afternoon, parents, teachers, friends, and fellow classmates. Welcome to the Kubasaki Commencement Ceremony of 2014. For those of you that don't know, I was also one of the cross-country captains this year, so I know a thing or two about running. I can honestly say that it feels like we've been running for the last 17 years. Not running from something, but towards something. Towards independence, towards adulthood, towards our futures. It's been a race to graduation. It's been a long run, and we're about to finish that race. We've made it. But making it to this point would have been impossible alone. One cannot run a marathon without proper training and people manning water stations along the way. Without the love and support from my friends, teachers, and especially my parents, I would be nowhere close to speaking with you today. The academic path I have chosen to follow, along with other extracurricular activities, and my job has not only put a strain on me, but also on my family. And I cannot express how grateful I am for them putting up with me. I know it's been difficult, Mom and Dad, but you're almost done. Thank you for being there, right here for me, for all the firsts and for all the lasts. Furthermore, I'd like to say a special thank you to the teacher that has had me as a student longer than any teacher I've ever had before, Mr. Koya. Mr. Koya has been like a second father to me. He has pushed me beyond my limits, encouraged my success, and dealt with a number of venting sessions this year, and I'm going to miss him terribly. All thanks aside, I'd like to address my fellow runners. And by runners, I mean my classmates, who've been running beside me during this crazy part of the race we all call high school. Congratulations, you guys, for graduating. From this point, we begin to take our first strides towards our independent lives. For the last 14 years or so, we've had little choice in what we can or can't do. And no choice that we have made is anywhere near the magnitude of what we choose to do from here on out. But from this point forward, we must choose who we are, what we do, and how we live. For some of you, that may mean the military, and for others, that may mean a college or university. Before you begin running in whatever race you choose, I ask you not to stop in the middle of it, and don't get lost along the way. You are going to have to prepare, condition, and pace yourself if you expect to be successful in your careers. As you all look to the future, you must be strong, hold your head up high, and you must not be afraid to seek a helping hand every now and again. Now, as we begin our new races, ones much longer and more challenging, many of us may have to overcome obstacles. Again, I implore you all not to lose your way. Do not trip over the hurdles with irresponsibility, greed, and lethargy. I know that we are all capable of this because we already have. The last 4 years have been the most difficult times we've had so far. And we've all now gone through 8 waves of finals in 7 classes, amounting to a whopping 56 finals. Many of us have taken AP exams, in my case 9 of them, and multiple SAT and ACT tests. And that's not to mention the 6 projects I've had to do in the last 2 weeks alone. We have all tackled the stacks of homework that seem to never end. We have all gone through the motions again and again and again. But now we emerge victorious, much like I know we can in our future. As we all progress in our colleges, careers, or whatever we have decided to do, do not be timid. Take what is yours. Speak your mind. And if you have any trouble with that, talk to Luke Parada. He's got no issue with it. Know that this world doesn't owe us anything. We have to work for it. And we all have been working. Many of us feel that our childhood years were wasted on school, but education has taught us many important lessons. And we have earned grades and scholarships and experience. With these, you can all go out in the world and do something. Whether what we received has gotten us into a college or a career, we have earned it. And we should be proud of that. It wasn't easy, and it won't be easy. In the real world, there is competition. There are people that will try to knock you down, things you have to do, and requirements you have to meet. If any of you know me, you know that I play video games quite often. And if video games have taught me anything, it's that if you meet enemies or obstacles, you are going in the right direction. So what I ask of you is simple. Keep on running in the right direction. And don't stop for anything that might be in your way. Thank you, and congratulations to the Kubasaki class of 2014. Now, I'd like to introduce the most wonderful, beautiful, and intelligent young woman I've ever had the pleasure of knowing, our class valedictorian, Jessica Mena.
And here we stand, well, sit, anticipating the moment we receive our diplomas and walk across this stage. The moment that we've watched countless times on television, in movies, and perhaps even in person. The moment that we've all been waiting for so long. Here we are. We thank you, all of the parents, the siblings, extended family members that have traveled many miles to attend today's service, the teachers, and the faculty. You have sustained us from day one and have impacted us greatly in more ways than one. We couldn't have done it without your help. Thank you especially to my family. I know that my parents specifically have done everything in their power to help me be the best person I can be. So thank you, Mom and Dad. And thank you, Matthew, my older brother, for being here in the audience today. Freshman year, we didn't know what to expect of high school. Does anybody? Our previous impressions of high school led us to believe that high school would offer a glorious, liberating future of enjoying life with little worry and stress. This idea of widening horizons intrigued us. We put high school in all of its glory on a pedestal before we knew what was coming. High school. We've all come to know it well these past 4 years, immersing ourselves in the resources and wisdom at our disposal, expanding our depths of knowledge, creating our own memories. We constantly pushed ourselves to go that extra mile, to study that extra hour, to strive for nothing short of excellence. We've come a long way. We came, we saw, we conquered. Our teachers are prime contributors to our development. Mr. Milanovic, Mr. Koya, and Mrs. Eastman in particular I would like to address publicly. These 3 teachers are some of the greatest that I've had at any grade level, and I'm sure that I'm speaking for the majority of the class when I say this. For the last 12 years, teachers have written the lesson plans, teachers have assigned the work, and teachers have given the grades. But now it's our turn. We can apply these lessons of patience, of creativity, of innovation to our own lives and make them successful. We can follow our own paths, look towards the future, and embrace the ideas that we have and turn them into achievements. We can turn our reality into something that we want it to be. We can. These lesson plans, although important to our lives, are still not sufficient enough to lead us on a worthy path. With these diplomas we are about to receive, we conclude the choices that others make for us and are given a voice in the world. We are the students who once followed guidelines, guidelines others gave for us to achieve success. We now wield the pen to make our own. As we transition into this next phase of our lives, it is essential to remember the necessity of free thought and this idea of controlling our fates and happiness. After graduation, we go to school or to work to find the answers to the questions we've posed all throughout our lives. We are led to believe that the formula to success is a concoction of good grades, a house, a car, and a savings account. But is this success? We grow up in a society where success is defined by what college you attend, your yearly income, your occupation. We are told that success is not how far you'll go, but how far you've gone already. In the process of reaching the superficial success, we lose our passions, our hobbies, the true meaning of living a successful life, happiness. Happiness cannot be found in textbooks or lectures, unless, of course, you're into that sort of thing. It comes from making your own lesson plans, from experiencing the world around you. Searching for the safest route in life is an all too familiar path we've taken in the past and continue to do today. In today's society, we are taught to live in constant fear, fear of rejection, fear of isolation, fear of being left in the dust while society moves forward. We are taught to compensate, to conform, to obey, but no longer. We shouldn't follow another's passion and sacrifice our own. We shouldn't shun our individuality for social acceptance. We shouldn't give in to everybody else's standards and expectations. No. At the beginning of the year, I was so eager to receive acceptance letters in the mail, But after those applications sent, I was the one waiting on someone else's approval to determine my future. But then I realized I am in control of my own life. Nobody else can decide my future for me. Like Obama, I too have a pen. We must take control of our lives. It's ours and only ours. Forget what others expect of us. We must find our passions, welcome our ideas, document our plans, live in the moment and stop recording them for others to see. To paraphrase Truman Burbank, don't accept the reality of the world with which we are presented. Do it with pride. Do it because we want to. Do it because they said we never could. We believe because they don't. Just do what we want to do and let the world figure out the rest. Go ahead. Bum around the house all day. Get lost in nature trails and photograph every second. Cook your favorite dishes. Tuck your kids in at night. Make your life something that you believe is worth living, because in the end, you're the only one who will see your life flashing before your eyes. Make it a good show. If you're pleased with what you see, then it is safe to say that, yes, you have been successful. Thank you and congratulations once again to Kubasaki High School's class of 2014.
As the principal of Kubasaki High School, it is my honor to recognize the 132 young ladies and gentlemen seated before you today. They are the largest class Kubasaki has graduated in my 4-year tenure, and the largest that Kubasaki has seen in the last dozen years. On behalf of the faculty and staff of KBHS, I want to take this final opportunity to congratulate each and every one of our candidates for their many accomplishments and for contributing to the Kubasaki High School legacy of excellence. During your tenure, Kubasaki has won Far East championships in football, boys cross country, overall cross country, boys basketball, individual wrestling, team wrestling, girls soccer, boys track, overall track, and JROTC drill. In fact, boys basketball, girls soccer, and boys track won multiple championships in the last 4 years. During that same time frame, Kubasaki has excelled in other Far East activities as well. Honors Music Festival, Dramatic Arts, and Harvard Model Congress are just some examples. We even sent our Far East Championship Culinary Arts team to the ProStart National Championship in Minnesota this spring. Not to diminish your athletic and activity accomplishments, but growth and academic achievement at Kubasaki has been even more noteworthy during your tenure. 4 years ago, 89 students took 142 advanced placement exams. This year, 169 students took 316 exams, the most in school history. Over that same time span, the passing rate has improved from 43.8% to 61%, surpassing both the DODEA and worldwide averages. All these achievements happened on your watch, under your leadership, and through it all, you've represented your school community, your families, and yourselves with class and with dignity. You have every right to be proud of those accomplishments. Now, I know you're eager to get out and conquer the world, so I won't stand here and pontificate in perpetuity on the possibilities before you. But I do want to share with you a quote from S.H. Baer, which pretty much encapsulates the message I'd like to leave with you today. Live each day to the fullest. Get the most from each hour, each day, and each age of your life. Then you can look forward with confidence and back without regrets. Be yourself, but be your best self. Dare to be different and to follow your own star. And don't be afraid to be happy. Enjoy what is beautiful. Love with all your heart and soul. Believe that those you love you. And when you're faced with a decision, make that decision as wisely as possible. Then forget it. The moment of absolute certainty never arrives. Above all, remember that God helps those who help themselves. Act as if everything depends upon you, and pray as if everything depends upon God. At this time, it is my pleasure to welcome to the stage Major General Charles Hudson, Commander of Marine Corps Installation Pacific, Mr. Michael Thompson, Okinawa District Superintendent, Mr. Sean Knutson, Kubasaki High School Assistant Principal, and the Kubasaki High School counseling staff. They will assist in the awarding of diplomas. If I'm going to make an announcement as we're setting up here, as the announcers call the students' names, they will follow it with a description of what the students' postgraduate plans are. Therefore, we ask you not to clap or cheer after the names are read, else you will not be able to hear what their plans are. Thank you.
We'll now read the names of the graduates.
Jillian Joy S. Afable, San Diego State University.
Jamal Allen, U.S. Marine Corps.
Cole Arnett, undecided.
Dean Bakir, University of Maryland.
Shadria Barnes, U.S. Army.
Nicholas Barrett, undecided.
Cheyenne Jude Baza, Arizona State University.
Zena Jade Baza, Arizona State University.
Jessica Bernardo, Sacramento State University.
Kurt Burness, Trade School.
Jaron Blissett, University of Maryland.
Jadalyn Boldenau, University of Maryland.
Angelo Bordoni, University of Maryland.
Jordan Brito, College of Worcester.
Andre Bryant, University of Maryland.
Yuri Burgard, U.S. Air Force.
Tyshawn Butler, North Carolina A&T State University.
Estuardo Caceres, undecided.
Alexandra Calhoun, Syracuse University.
Lauren Deanne Camina, U.S. Army.
Jasmine Carballo, Workforce.
Asia Cato, Workforce.
Brian Kavanaugh II, University of Maryland.
Marina Circa, University of Maryland.
Joseph Adrian Cervantes, U.S. Air Force.
I love you too. Elisa Chavez, University of California, Irvine.
Eileen Kawiulani Corley, University of Washington.
Casey Coulard, East Carolina University.
Ian Cowley, Winthrop University.
Kiana Cromer, U.S. Navy.
Kiara Cromer, U.S. Navy.
Austin Sear, Plymouth State University.
Inijah Derivan, University of Maryland.
Ariel Diaz, Houston Community College.
Matthew Duffy, Ritsumeikan Asia Pacific University. I almost blew university.
Christian Arazzo, University of Maryland.
Ramon Farnell, Robert Morris University.
Michael Fitzgerald, U.S. Air Force.
Jessica Friedman, University of North Carolina, Wilmington.
Jessica Elizabeth Gansey, University of Texas, San Antonio.
Alicia Gilliard, University of Georgia.
Faustino Gonzalez, U.S. Air Force.
Aaron Hawkins, Arizona State University.
Raven Hegum, University of California, Riverside.
Thomas Hickman, U.S. Air Force.
Give me the pronunciation quickly. Dominic Charles Ikaika Holden, Workforce.
Loakim Jackson, U.S. Marine Corps. About time.
Elia Shea Johnson, University of Maryland.
Sydney Johnson, University of Rio Grande.
Shantae Jones, University of Maryland.
Kamaili Ware, music industry.
Angelique Kerbrat, Workforce.
Kareem Key, University of North Dakota.
Jason Knutson, Utah State University.
Reagan Kramer, Appalachian State University Honors College.
Gabriella Denise Lind, University of Maryland.
Dominique Lopez, U.S. Air Force.
Yesenia Vanessa Lopez, University of Maryland.
Brianna Lowe, University of Maryland.
Jabri Dayana Pangindian Lujan, University of Maryland.
They're applauding you.
I think they are.
Aaron Manuel, University of Maryland.
Jade Martinez, U.S. Navy.
Johan McCoy, Nikkei Business School.
Tristan McElroy, Louisiana Technical College.
Aaliyah McIntosh, University of Maryland.
Kara McRory, University of Maryland. I'm going to miss you, Kara.
Diego Medina, Workforce.
Liam Michelini, U.S. Marine Corps.
Brianna Mitchell, Central Texas College.
Jarrett Mitchell, University of Arizona.
Woo. Ryan Moon, University of Maryland.
Daniel Mora, University of Maryland.
Jacob Morfitt, intern at the Animal Rescue Park.
Dominique Murphy, U.S. Navy.
Alexander Mutuk, Sam Houston State University.
Natasha J. Navas, Los Angeles Community College.
Sarah Nigonquit, North Central Texas College.
Brandon New, University of Maryland.
Alexis Pacho, Workforce.
James Andre Parker, Tyler Junior College.
Margot Pauley, Boise State University.
Raven Elizabeth Pine, Florida State College, Jacksonville.
Luke Parada, Penn State University.
Dara Pukti, U.S. Army.
Angelica Renfeld, University of Maryland.
Karen Robinson, University of Maryland.
Devin Rodriguez, Texas A&M University.
Marilyn Ku'uleimamo Okalani Rodriguez, Trinity Washington University.
Dakari Rowe, University of Maryland.
Jared Rosario, Florida State College at Jacksonville.
Daryl Sagoon, California State University at San Bernardino.
Kennedy Salazar, Pensacola State College.
Derek Sanders, University of Maryland.
Lucy Santoyo, University of California.
Palm Jondel Satparam, U.S. Navy.
Maurice Saunders, University of Maryland.
Lauren Schultz, University of North Carolina at Wilmington.
D'Artagnan Scott, U.S. Air Force.
Eric Ship, Workforce.
Justin Santinko, Cypress Community College.
Rachel Stackpool, University of Maryland.
Kai Stallings, Robert Morris University.
Robert Taggart, U.S. Air Force.
Leisha Tawes, University of Maryland.
Robert Thompson III, Coastal Carolina Community College.
Jose Torres IV, University of Maryland.
Tanner Trumbull, University of Maryland.
Michaela Turner, Kendall College of Chicago.
Zachary Tyler, Workforce.
Kento Uemura, University of Maryland.
Gia Marie Ulray, University of South Carolina.
Carlin Villanueva, San Diego State University.
Shoichiro Vivas, Workforce.
Thomas Warren, University of Hawaii at Hilo.
Angel Washam, University of Maryland.
Talina Weber, West Virginia University.
Tara Whitehurst, Highland College.
Madeline Williams, Washington State University.
Chelsea Willis, University of Maryland.
Kane Wilton, University of Maryland.
Naomi Yoakum, University of Richmond.
Juliet Zimmerman, Workforce.
Amina Saunders Jackson, Trinity Washington University.
Taisha Butler, Elizabeth City State University.
Bailey Nicole Lisk, Liberty University.
Geraldine Lourdes Geist, Temple University, Tokyo, Japan.
Josephine Ivy Mitchell, Marymount University, Virginia. Where did that come from?
Corrine Stewart, University of Maryland.
Jessica Meno, Stanford University.
Michael Elliott, Cal Poly State University.
Now we just link off stage, right? Or is there one more round?
You want you?
Ladies and gentlemen, let's give these graduates one more big round of applause.
Now, this is the moment we've all been waiting for. Class of 2014, please stand. In a few moments, you will begin the next chapter in your lives. On behalf of the Department of Defense Activity and its director, Mr. Thomas Brady, Department of Defense Dependent Schools Pacific Area, and its director, Dr. Linda Curtis, and the Okinawa District and its superintendent, Mr. Michael Thompson, I have reviewed and certified your official transcripts and now have the honor and privilege to announce that you as members of the class of 2014 are now graduates of Kubasaki High School. You may turn your tassels from left to right. Please be seated. Okay. Now I'd like to introduce Ms. Shane Butler, the senior class advisor, who has a few words to share with our new graduates.
See, I know they have a bet on me, so she's going to start crying. No, I'm not. First, I would just like to give a special thanks to all of my unsung heroes who have assisted me during this ceremony. A special thanks to Mr. Malik and the students for live streaming the ceremony. Project graduation parents and my sorority sisters, thanks for your continued support. Last but not least, to all of my 132 children, thank you for allowing me to serve you. Remember my philosophy. Don't settle for being average, because being average is just as close to the top as it is to the bottom. And make sure you control life and don't let life control you. Now I will perform my traditional ritual of doing what families dread the most. I will now cut the apron string, which symbolizes releasing each of you to pursue your goal. Cadets, will you help me? General Hudson, Dr. Curtis, Dr. Lutry, Mr. Thompson, Mr. Johnson, Dr. Coulter, Mr. Knudsen, military family and friends, I am proud and honored to present to you the graduates from the class of 2014. Watch it, watch it, watch it. Get that hat. Okay, please leave the aisles clear while the graduates exit the building. There's a short ceremony or reception in the cafeteria. You may proceed. Congratulations, graduates. Good job. Good job. Congratulations.